Wow, I love seeing so many artists on stage. Oh, I'm here for a whole bunch of emotional. Kia ora and welcome. My name's ZoeStibi and I'm your vocal coach for today. In today's vocal analysis, we're going to be taking a look at Hayley Williams with True Believer. I'm so excited. I haven't heard this song at all, but I've seen Hayley live actually when she opened for Taylor Swift. Was it last year or the year before? I feel like I'm losing track of time. She was amazing. Her vocals are insane. Let's see what she's up to with her vocal technique. Oh, before I get to Hayley, she's probably in singing lessons, and if you're wanting to learn to sing like her, then you definitely should be in singing lessons. So check out the link in the description below because my online singing school, the Vocal Academy, is accepting new students, and we would love to help you to improve your belt technique because we know that Hayley's going to belt in this one.
True Believer from her new album, Ego Death at a Bachelorette Party. Give it up for Hayley Williams.
Tourists stumble down Broadway, Cumberland keeps claiming bodies. All our best memories were bought and then turned into apartments. The club with all the hardcore shows, now just a grayscale dominoes. Churches overflow each Sunday, greedy Sunday morning.
I think she's going down actually to the C3. I don't have perfect pitch though. So we've got a chest voice sound, lower larynx, but we've got a very, very, very quiet sound because it's important when we're singing low to sing very quietly. Let's just go back on that. Also seeing very little movement of the mouth because we don't need to do any big movement if we're down this low.
Tourists stumble down Broadway, Cumberland keeps claiming bodies. All our best memories were bought and then turned into apartments. The club with all the hardcore shows, now just a grayscale dominoes. Churches overflow each Sunday, greedy Sunday morning. In the lobby, act like God ain't watching none. Kill the soul, turn a profit. What lives on Southern Gotham? I'm the one.
Oh, wow. Wow. I love seeing so many artists on stage. Oh, I absolutely love it because I just think it's so fantastic. We need to make more music together and it's just wonderful to see. Oh, I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. So we've got da, 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 da. We've got a very similar vocal quality there. Again, very, very quiet. She's got her mouth right close to the microphone. As pop singers, this is an extension of our instrument. So it's really important that we're using it to create these sounds because otherwise, if you were to sing this low and try and do that acoustically without the microphone, it would you'd probably like over sing, to be honest.
Act like God ain't watching none. Kill the soul, turn a profit. What lives on Southern Gotham? I'm the one.
I think she's only really going down onto the E3 there. Gotham. That's low for a female voice. But to be honest, I say that it's low, but to be honest, when you actually just start training your voice, you automatically extend your range anyway, because you're constantly like trying to sing higher and singing lower. It's just a part and parcel that you do gain range. So yeah, I would expect a professional singer to be able to hit that E3, but it will be quite low for an untrained singer's low voice.
What lives on Southern Gotham? I'm the one still out your ghost. I reanimate your biggest bridges. They pose in Christmas cards with guns as big as all their children. They say that Jesus is the way, but then they gave him a white base so they don't have to pray to someone they deem lesser than them. The South will not rise again.
Oh, wow. Okay. Obviously, this is a very political song, and I'm here for it. Hayley, well, we're not going to open that can of worms because that's not what my channel is about. But I have to say, it's definitely, it's ringing true. It's ringing true, I think, in a lot of the world, unfortunately, these days. So we've got this. This is a side of Hayley. I mean, to be honest, I'm not a huge Paramore listener, right? Like I don't really listen to a lot of music anyway, but you're hearing this very sort of like singer-songwriter-y kind of middle section there. We've got a little bit less chesty sound. We've got lots of thyroid tilt. Let's just go back on that because it's sort of reminding me a little bit of like Bit Runga, who's a fantastic New Zealand artist, and I was just like transported to her sound.
With my belief, I'm the one who still loves your ghost. I reanimate your bones, 'cause I'm a true believer.
So we've got that, I don't know, ba-do-do-do-do. We've got lots of thyroid tilt. She's taken out a lot of that thickness of the vocal folds. We have to allow them to thin in order to go into that sound. And thyroid tilt is the thyroid is here where the vocal folds live. That's the top part of the larynx. And then when it tilts forward, it creates more of that sung sound, which we're not used to hearing, obviously, because in Paramore she sings in slightly more punky sort of style, which would usually use more of a vertical larynx position in order to get that really thicker than thick vocal folds.
Reanimate your bones, 'cause I'm a true believer.
And then you could hear, 'cause I'm a true believer, going into that falsetto there at the end. Beautiful pull back on the volume. And this is what we're looking for. We're looking for that adjusting of the breath flow and the air pressure in order to go into those sorts of sounds. Otherwise, if you were to go, I'm a true believer, you would hear this, and which you sometimes want, but she didn't do it there.
They put up chain link fences underneath the biggest bridges. They pose in Christmas cards with guns as big as all their children. They say that Jesus is the way, but then they gave him a white base so they don't have to pray to someone they deem lesser than them. The South will not rise again till it's paid for every sin. Strange fruit, hard bargain, till the roots southern got them. I'm the one who still loves your ghost. I reanimate your bones with my belief.
Wow. Okay. Whew. So we've got this again, the second verse there, very much in the same vocal style. We've got short breaths as well between these sounds. I believe. So again, lots of thyroid tilt. I mean, she's using the same sort of vocal style, but what we're not getting is a huge increase in the volume, and that's what's kind of like signaling to my ears, okay, she hasn't stayed. And that full chest voice quality, you can see that she's putting effort into the face, but it's not translating out as volume because maybe she doesn't want to do that.
Got them. I'm the one who still loves your ghost. I reanimate your bones.
I'm here for a whole bunch of emotional vocalizations. So you might have seen, cool fun fact, did you see that her tongue dipped down in the middle? Let's just go watch that again because you can really clearly see it dipping. I can't demonstrate that whatsoever because my tongue doesn't do that. So what's happening there is when you are going higher, where was she? Okay, she was actually up on the C5 there, which is the C above middle C. So we're like, again, I can't do that. So do that little divot in the tongue. Let's just go back on that. Yeah. That's so cool. What that is there is when we sing higher and thicker vocal folds, the larynx goes upward, and therefore so does like everything becomes quite tight. Now our body goes, we're gonna die, we're gonna suffocate. But to stop us from suffocating, it just pulls itself down a little bit, and that's what creates the divot. It's pulling down that midsection of the tongue to basically like stop us from dying. So this would signal to me then that Hayley actually has a shorter tongue root because that's not a very high note. I, for example, have and this is again, not poo-poo, like Hayley's amazing, right? I'm not saying one is better than the other. People have different size hands. People are different size. I know she's small. I'm small too, but we're sort of a similar height actually. But I have a very long tongue root. So that's why my tongue doesn't do that when I'm going higher up in the range. But Hayley's does it right there. So that's very, very cool. This is something that's really with singing that you have to get one-to-one support on, because if you're trying to make that divot, like for someone like myself with a really long tongue, I would struggle like mad to create that. And then like a lot of people go watch these things and like, but does that mean that I can't sing then? And so I need you to know that it's really about, you've got to get the one-to-one support with your singing to know like, how long is your tongue? What would be the best tongue position? What should I do with my vowels? What should happen when I go higher up in the range so that you don't feel like your throat is closing up and that you're going to die when you're singing these high notes. So if you're looking for help with your vocal technique, if you want to learn all about the tongue position in higher belting, for example, check out the link in the description below, because my online singing school, the Vocal Academy, is accepting new students, and I would love to help you find your belt. It's crazy. It's crazy how much singing, like this is why I don't have a channel directly about like vocal technique to say like, this is how you should do it. I'm showing how they're doing it with their bodies. I'm going to stop it at the same place again. You also heard a bit more of a wobble in the sound of, it was vibrato, but like a slightly wider vibrato. We like to call it a wobble. You also saw her teeth there. You don't have to show your teeth. It's not like a must. She just decided to do that probably in the moment of the emotion. It's got nothing to do with actual vocal technique of like, pulling back the teeth there. We did have more of that, honestly, when you start going into that position, which is needed for higher thick vocal fold singing, we will sometimes for some people you will see their teeth as well, and that depends as well like how dark you're trying to make the sound. There is nothing more fantastic than seeing so many musicians on stage and also just like seeing the love and also giving them like that whole moment at the end. And they're way further forward on the stage than she is. And I just love that. And it just goes to show like the humility as well of Hayley in taking that kind of step backwards, and allowing everyone to, you know, to take that time in front of her. Oh, it's stunning. Absolutely stunning. Wow. I like this person even more than I did before, and I already liked Hayley Williams. She's fantastic. Let me know down in the comments what you think I should take a look at next from Hayley Williams. She's an amazing vocalist, so versatile. And I really love that. If you've been following me for a while, you know that I'm not like the biggest fan of vocal fireworks. And I think that's probably because I wasn't ever really able to do that myself. But I'd like to announce here on YouTube, if you're watching this far into the video, and let me know down in the comments if you are here to have my announcement of I am actually able to sing so much more faster now. And because I got my tongue tie release, I'm going to do a whole another video all about the tongue tie release and what that actually meant for me and things like that. So like a massive awakening of my inner singing soul. But the cool thing about it is that I can now sing way faster because my tongue is now free. What that means is that I still don't love vocal fireworks and songs. I still think that they are there to be used as ornamentation, rather than like doing like woo all over the place. And I really like it because you can see here like just the pain and the anguish and all that. It just comes through in the song, and it didn't need it. You know, like I couldn't even think of a moment in the song where you would have put in apart from that kind of like yelly moment that she had at the end. Yeah, love it. Have we looked at Hayley Williams before on the channel? If we have, I'm going to put it here. Otherwise, I'm going to chuck up something really, really similar in terms of the vocal technique. And forgive me for kind of forgetting a little bit about who I've looked at on the channel. We've been doing this for 5 years now, and it's so exciting. Thank you so much for joining me. And if you've enjoyed this video, do me a huge favor, hit that subscribe button. I got massive goals for 2025. I'm a full-time singing teacher, Monday to Friday. It really will help me to grow my channel so that I can carve out more of my working week to spend some more time with you here on YouTube. So hit that subscribe button. Bunch of free stuffs down below in the description. You've got my Find Your Chest Voice mini course. You've also got my Warm Up Like a Pro download, which you can get for yourself for free down there. And I just want to say that, like, just remember that you can learn to sing. And learning to sing is something that, like, it's an individual thing. You've really got to get like one-to-one feedback on your singing. And I really hope that if that's not in your stars at the moment, that these videos are really helping you, because that's why I put them out there, because I really want to help you with your vocal technique. So have an awesome rest today and happy singing. Ka kite anō.